Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. We are in one of my most favorite restaurants called The Neighbours, and it is at 35th and Victoria, but they used to be at 49th and Victoria. And the last time I interviewed Mitsy, who is the owner here, they were at 49th and Victoria. And today I decided we will be in the restaurant talking to her because it's beautiful and Christmas is coming up. How are you doing, Mitsy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So far, so good.
Good.
So, how do you like this place compared to the last one?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's hard to believe that we're actually in and here, and there's some days I pull up and I can't believe that it came together the way that it did, and I'm really happy to be on Victoria.
So Victoria Drive is your haunt. You guys have been here forever, right?
44 years this year.
Wow.
3 locations on Victoria, so kind of hard to believe.
Yes.
It's a
So the
story.
first one was 37th?
39th on the corner. That's where I was a
39th.
kid. That's where we
Yes.
started. And then in the late 90s, they did same thing that they did 49th development, right? Vancouver, so let's develop it.
Yeah.
We moved to 49th. It was great. Brand new build Dad did there, and that's when I really got into it. And then just around COVID time, we knew that we had to move. The lease was up. They were developing there. And after 4 years of looking, and lots of options, but none that fit Neighbours. So I was on a really stressful decision making.
I remember that.
And this place came up, and it all lined up for a reason. I'm, so grateful.
Now the area is different.
It is.
Although it's the same street, right? But different demographic.
Yeah, and I don't know why I didn't think of that when we were moving here. I just thought it's great, we're on Victoria, but to see that 14, 15 block, what a difference it makes. This 2-3 block stretch, there's over 20 different, sushi, coffee, cafes and that, and the demographic is different. So although a lot of our regulars have followed us here, which is great, to see the demographic that's in this neighborhood, the suburbia behind the kind of 30 to 50-year-old families with kids and that, and so it's great. It's so nice to see them, the traffic walking up and down the streets and that, right? It reminds me of when we first went to 49th when it was neighborhood change there, right? So yeah, it's just really been great.
Now, when I look at this area and I look at that area, this is going towards the downtown core, right?
Yes.
And there are lots and lots of restaurants there.
There are, yeah.
So, when you talk about demographic, the cultural, it's a mixture of a lot of cultures.
It is, yeah.
And how many different kinds of cultures come and enjoy the food here?
Well, because of our menu, I think everyone enjoys it. So you look around the dining room some nights, right? It's like, Sunday it's a family dinner night, so bigger groups.
Right.
Friday with the sports games on. So there's not a demographic we don't service, and culturally too, just a different style of eating, right? So, the Asian community, they like to do a lot of sharing. So 6 people, they'll get 4 or 5 dishes, they'll share, right? And with the Indian culture, the cuisines are similar, right?
Yes.
So we do a lot of catering, of course, last minute. Friday we have 20 people coming. Can you do it? And it's great, right? It's best word of mouth advertisement too, right? So yeah, it's really, we've had such a great support here.
Well, it's the repeat customers that you've got. I mean, I know of people in the Indian community that know of Neighbours, and if I ever talk about Neighbours, we go there as well.
And I'm being honest, it's the best word of mouth because they do a lot of family gatherings, events. When it's the weddings, we're very in tune, the ladies' parties and all the stuff they have. So they'll do their big dues, but they have, a party going on feed, 40, 50, 60. And, souvlaki's the #1 favorite, lasagna, a little bit spicy, right? Like that. So
you have a person come here who is asking for cayenne pepper all the time.
Maybe I know this person, right? Add it on. So we try to do whatever we can to make people happy, to enjoy what they're having in their way, and it's great.
Now, food-wise, I think either the Greeks have stolen it from the Indians, or the Indians have stolen it from the Greeks.
We'll forever have this debate, you and I. Which way did it go?
I have no idea, but I do know that your tzatziki and our raita is the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
One day at the radio station, I was playing an Indian song, and the Greek producer, Peter, came up to me and he said, "That's a Greek song." And I said, "No, it's very, very Indian." So he brought his album, and I played both of them. And what I did was, no scratching in those days.
You're DJing.
So I was DJing two different records, and I started them at the same time, and I just moved from one to
the next.
another.
The beats, yeah, like tifteteli is something that's a common dance, right?
Exactly
So
the same
it's-
thing. Probably that's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Maybe I will ask you to give me one of
Why
your
not?
old
Let's
songs. We'll play them. Now,
It's interesting to see though with the cultures, right? There's a
Yeah.
lot of, the family dynamics, right? Living with the grandparents. We grew up that way. So a lot of my friends, Indian friends, right? Now that they've gotten married, they live with, the husband's family.
Right.
And so to see mimicking how I grew up,
Yeah.
my grandma and grandpa lived with us and that's how it
Yes.
was, right? So embrace it. Family's the most important.
it is. Now, Christmas time.
It's here.
This is the month of Christmas
This is
now.
it, hustle bustle, right? So
So how busy do you get?
it's a next level of busy. I mean, thankfully in this location, God bless, it's been amazing and new customers and a good go. But
Right.
this from November until, mid-January, this is where it really picks up, right? So, adding and amping up the catering and then the parties, work parties, family parties. It's really, really good, right? So we look forward to it. And with our cuisine, hearty pizza, lasagnas, the weather's cold now, so it's good. This is go time.
Now, I know that you've got a little tyke and who helps you a lot in a lot of different things. I want to talk about him, but let's take a short commercial
Sure.
break and come back.
Sounds good.
Mitsy is our woman in focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Mitsy is our woman in focus today. How do we pronounce your last name?
Tsoukas.
Tsoukas. Mitsy Tsoukas.
Yes.
So there's a ring to it, yes. Now, you've got, we were talking about your son.
Vincenzo, yeah.
Vin-
Vincenzo, but we go by Vinny because that's another, difficult name. So, but Vinny's his
Vincenzo.
nickname.
How
That's
did you
what-
choose his name?
So he's named after his great grandfather, right? So
Ah.
traditionally, that's how we name. It's very common to name after the grandparents. But my
Yes.
parents' name has already been used. My sister named her daughter, and my other sister named from my mother. So I thought, let's go a generation back. So we did great grandfather on the maternal side for
Okay.
his first name, and then his middle name I did from my mom's side. So Vincenzo Dimitri. So a little Italian and a little Greek from both sides, and
So your mother is Italian?
no, so from my side, Dimitri is the Greek name. Vincenzo's from his father's side, Italian. So he got both great grandfathers' maternal side, and a little Greek and Italian. Yeah, so little Vinny. He goes by Vinny, Vincenzo if he really wants to be serious about it. But
And how serious is he about this business here?
it's interesting to see, right? 12, for him it's his norm, right? Having a mom that owns a restaurant, his life
Yes.
is a little bit different.
Yes.
Or a parent that owns any business, right? I'm sure for Sadir too, right? A mom doing her thing, it's different. He likes it, right? He's a people person.
Yes.
So to see him, he's very comfortable. He's not a shy kid. I don't worry about when he comes in, what he's, how to behave, let's say. He's very well versed on how to have interaction with people, customers, regulars, or just for the first time. But it didn't come that way, right? You kind of have to teach them. So when people meet him, they're like, wow, he's so, the way that he, behaves and conducts
Yeah.
himself, right? So, yeah, I'm very proud of him. That's for sure.
Mothers can talk about
Yeah.
their kids
Their boy.
forever. I remember when you said he's 12 years old. I remember, I think Sudhir was about 13 years old when he started doing radio.
Yeah.
And
not?
with Scott,
Yeah.
about 13, 15
They see
years
us
old.
doing it, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't realize how much they're taking in. I think that's what it is. I mean, I'm very open with Vincenzo. There's
Yeah.
not much I don't discuss, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right.
I feel like I have to prepare him for this world that I'm sending him out to, and that's my job.
Right.
To send a good, responsible boy that I can send out.
Now, your parents, when they had opened the restaurant, totally different generation, both of them working,
Yeah.
and you kids used to come in, help them out as well, right?
Yeah.
So your generation different, and your son's generation is going to be totally
Sure.
different.
Worried.
So they introduced you to this business, and you like the business. You're running it now,
Love it, yes.
and your son, you brought him into it, or he has automatically come into it. Do you see him as passionate about this business as you were when you were his age? Did you hate doing all those chores that mom and dad?
I loved, so that's where I compare, and sometimes people will say, you know, because there's a story, you know, it's this beautiful story of Neighbours, a young family that started it, and now I'm second generation.
Yes.
And it strikes a chord with people. So now that I have a son and he's in the restaurant, the idea of a third generation is easily thought about and easily commented. And to be honest with you, it depends on who I'm talking to about it, because someone like yourself that I'm very open with, do I see my son taking over Neighbours maybe down the road?
Right.
I can't answer that. Do I see the passion that I had when I was at that age? I'm gonna say maybe. He likes certain aspects of it, and that's what makes me really happy as a mom, because I want him to learn things. The stuff that he's going to learn in here, there's no school that's going to teach you.
No.
So he will work in here as he does now, and even as he gets a little bit older, doesn't matter what he wants to study or do in life, there's certain tasks and jobs that he'll have in here that are going to prepare him that he can apply anywhere.
Right.
Do I want my son to take over this restaurant? That would be a beautiful story, but I don't know where a restaurant's going to be.
I know.
10, 15 years from now, and as a mom, I want my son to have the easiest and best life. And restaurants are not easy. They can be best if you make it, but I don't want thinking, you know, my son years from now is going to be as tied down as I am, and the sacrifice. If he can do something that is his passion, then that is going to make me happy as a mom.
But you must have seen the way your mom and dad worked. And the way you work, totally different, right?
Oh, 100%.
So the way he's going to work is going to be also very different.
It is, right? And I don't know, I can comfortably say the work ethic in the younger generation, it's not what it was. It's not my parents, as you said, and then mine, I got a little chip off the block.
Right.
Now I'm worried with, you know, the work crew that we have, and that they're fantastic, but it's not like it was, right? So people have gotten smarter.
And you know, with the advent of social media, with the advent of AI coming into the picture, does that ever concern you?
It does. I just recently saw a restaurant, you know, the guy sold, I bought some stuff, and he said, I have the phone lines that are for sale, they're AI, and I thought, no, I don't. You know, if we lose that human element, hello, hi, how are you, nice to talk to you, what do you want, how do you want it? You know, I'm sure it's convenient for business, but within, you know, little reasonable stuff, right? So, yeah, we'll see where that all goes. It's interesting. 10 years from now, we can talk and see where it's at, right?
I know. I mean, you know, looking at the social media coming into the picture and making so many millionaires,
That's
right?
great,
Can you imagine what this is going to do, the AI is going to do to all the younger kids? Now, your son is only 12, and he is tech savvy.
Tech savvy, as they say.
I know of little 2-3-year-olds
that better probably than you and I put together, right?
I know.
It's great though. Social media, like that's just something that who would have thought? If I think back even 5 years ago, what we were doing, even 2 years ago, in that, to think it's just something that people are on it, and it's a way to touch demographics and get the word out, and it entertains in a sense. It lets people know about your brand and awareness of it and building the brand, and it's great. And as the time has gone on, you know, our social media has grown. And when we first started, it was just to, you know, post some dishes, say Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, and a few little things. Now it's like, you know, we've got this great team working, you know, they're fantastic, and they've really showcased the brand, and it really makes me so happy to see a little of the nostalgic, because we do have a great story. It's true and it's us. And then the food, that's what we do. We sell food. Of course, we want to showcase it. And then the funny stuff, right? The stuff that's just, we got to keep it light around here.
Right.
We've got a great crew, and we've got staff that have been here from my dad's, from first opening, right? So
how lucky is that?
Exactly. So to me, they're a piece of my dad.
Right,
and my mom.
So
to have them here and be able to showcase them, and just like, you know, a thank you. Like, thank you is just one simple word, but to really, the work that they've put in for Neighbours, right? So to be able to just have a good laugh, do something funny, and we'll have that archival, and we're going to have that for years to come. That makes me really happy.
Here is a TikToker talking. I want to show a little piece of your TikTok.
Sure.
And then take a short commercial break and come back.
Sounds good.
Mitsy is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Mitsy Tsoukas is our Women in Focus today. So, Mitsy, we talking about little Vinny, lot of different projects that you are planning and doing.
Yes.
But the main thing is that this is the month of Christmas. So when people come here, have you noticed that Indians would go for a certain type of food that you have, and the other communities like Chinese or Caucasian would choose?
You know, I think with the catering and that, there's
Yeah.
certain dishes that just work best, right? So I always suggest, you know, that the crowd pleasers chicken souvlaki, right? Any of the Greek dishes, you know, whatever protein they're choosing, but chicken
Right.
seems to be a favorite of everyone. We'll cater to the vegetarian with spanakopita, add
Yes.
lamb, and the tenderloin souvlakis, right? But it goes well. It's good to add in as a family dinner or work parties or whatever it is, and then lasagnas. So we do the menu. People will ask, do you have your catering menu? No, we you know, specialize it to you, customize it to what you want to have, and work with budgets. You know, people are on a budget.
So catering, when you're talking about catering, so how much, I mean, how many people can you cater for?
Well, we can send out whatever it is, right? We've done up to 200, I think, is where we maxed out. But you know, the most common, and we don't serve out. So when I say by catering, I'm not sending a you know, staff out to work the party.
Right.
We have done before, and we
Yes.
can do, but it just impedes with the restaurant. There's only so many staff I have, and the equipment and everything. But to, you know, serve, you know, 50 chicken souvlakis, like we're doing one today for 40 something. You know, super simple. All the chicken in one, rice, potatoes,
right.
Greek salad, and then we can customize it and send it out, and easy for you, and you know, make it affordable too, because it stretches far,
Yes.
right? So, yeah.
So have you noticed that the prices since COVID have gone
Beyond.
Beyond?
Where COVID put that even aside, just even in the last year, the last 3 months, last 2 weeks, everything changes. It's so incredibly expensive. We try to keep our prices where we can. You know, the cost in the menu is based on the cost that I'm paying. There's a formula. That's how we figure out. So when
Yes.
people say your prices are high, it's not because I chose a number today.
Right.
It's because my cost of it has gone, and I shop around as much as I can and direct as much as I can, cut out that middle person. But prices are expensive, and it's something that we're okay with it in Vancouverites. We've just accepted it, and we have no choice really. But it's expensive. It's expensive.
So then, of course, menus, you have to change
Reprint,
that. Reprint all the time.
Yeah. Well, we don't do menu price changes. It's interesting, you know, back in 49 Things, we do
Right.
it once every 2 years.
Okay.
And it'd be like, we got to change the menus, there's a couple items.
right.
You know, I've done, since I've moved here, I think 3 times. So in 2.5 years to say I've changed my menu prices 3 times is a bit much. And even now, if I wasn't thinking of the printing cost, taking that into effect, and computer programming, all of that, you kind of want to hold off a little bit.
Right.
Because we want people to walk through the door.
That's true.
But we also don't want loss, right? Or just, you know, low margin. So really staying on it and shopping around and not sacrificing the quality of the product. So I could get a cheaper product for that dish, or, you know, cheese or protein in that, but we're not going to change the pizza. We're not going to change what the tzatziki tastes like by getting a cheaper yogurt and that, right? So we'd like to have the best that we can have.
When I talk about Greek food, Italian food, Indian, and then if I mention on radio, if I mention Neighbours and say that's one of the finest Greek salads I've ever eaten, people would say, salad is a salad is a salad. No,
I don't think so.
no, right?
Yeah.
Your salad has got something totally different
I had
from the.
Yeah, Greek lady last night.
Huh.
Yeah, and she came in with her husband, and she said, I just love your Greek salad, the dressing.
Yeah.
I said, I know, we're used to, like, we grew up, it's oil, vinegar, a little bit of oregano, and
Right.
that. Here we really amp it up, right? Our house dressing is something to be talked about. Try it, you're gonna
Yes.
love it. We make our Greek salads juicy. You should have oil and vinegar and the dip on your, to dip your bread. That's how my dad trained. That's how I say to my guys, I don't like a dry Greek salad. And our dressing is delicious.
Yes.
The oregano, the basil, the lemon juice, red wine vinegar. There's lots of ingredients that we put there, about 13 different things. And the feta cheese we use, and the produce, right? The produce we use, I don't get, you know, low quality. I get, you know, A's, and it's the cucumbers are crispy. I eat my food, and what goes out is a reflection, and I don't like to compromise.
Right.
Right? So Greek salad is delicious at Neighbours.
Being a vegetarian, I do feel that even a vegetarian can enjoy.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I don't eat any meat,
Yeah.
but I go out of here with a full stomach.
Great. That makes
You know?
me happy.
Yeah, no, and majority of the vegetarians do like spanakopita.
Yeah.
And my favorite, of course, is zaganaki.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it just too good?
So good.
I can't eat fat for a whole month after that.
Nice big piece of cheese. Yeah, it's great. And the saganaki we have is true kefalograviera, which is, there's different cheeses you can use that restaurant suppliers have, but we get our cheese from a great supplier, and it's imported from Greece, and it's sheep's milk cheese, and it's delicious.
Now, for Christmas, would there be some special dishes, or is it going to be all the same?
The same, yeah. I don't really
Yeah.
tweak the menu much,
No,
right? I don't.
okay.
The menu, it is where we started. Of course, we've made changes over the years, but I don't do monthly specials. I don't do any of that. We have our Monday to Thursday specials. We have
Yes.
on with beer and pizza, souvlaki night, pasta night. People are loving what we have. It's the way that it is. It's busy. It's working. The kitchen's putting out what they can put out, and it's great. And it's good just the way that it is, right? People come in, they don't look at the menu. They have their favorites of what they have, right? So
Last statement, and then I'll thank you.
yes,
So Indians do buffets.
yes.
Would there ever be a Greek buffet?
I'm sure they're at Neighbours. I don't know, right? One of those full chicken souvlaki. Let's do this.
Yes.
You never know. We could do something in the daytime, maybe.
I want to take this opportunity and thank you very much for taking time and talking to us. And what a beautiful restaurant you've got.
Thank you. It means so much sitting down with you. I've known you my whole life, and so it's really nostalgic. And to be able to sit at this table and share some time with you is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Mitsy has been our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.